Call Haloyim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and grew well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, and this will be titled Warning. Okay? Just straight up warning. All right? The Wadi Yahweh Bashim Shah, the inspiration of this is coming out of the second Edris, chapter 9. I'm going to be reading from 1 to 13, along with Precepts. Okay? And I can only simply name this warning. All right? And you see the image here, so you get it. And this is Bible prophecy. Okay? Spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah will come to this fate sooner than you believe. Especially the masses who still use that quote, oh, that's 50 years off. Man, we're in World War III. Okay, and the finale of World War III is not United States of America's flag still standing. No. It's the election beamed up and those chariots looking down at the destruction, okay, from a bird's eye view, rejoicing with Yahweh Shai for salvation, okay, for being chose. All right, let's get it. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1. I will stand upon my watch. Why? Because we're watchmen. We're the seers. He's given us the vision, the understanding, okay? And I will sit upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh Bashim Shai answered me and said, write the vision. Once again, the vision is given. We see it. And make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. And this appointed time, Apostle Tahar of Great Millstone has deemed this the hopeful year of Jacob's salvation, meaning the return of Yahweh Shai with the host, the army, and the hopeful year of Edom's demise, because it's all together. It's not one proportion, it's all together. As Jacob goes to the top, Edom comes all the way back to the ground, to the bottom, to the dust, meaning power taken completely from them. So for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end is still, but the end it shall speak. So let me start over on that. Habakkuk 2, chapter 3, or Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, and it used to tarry. I mean, come on, I'm 47. If you grew up in the last century, in the 1987, yeah, okay, that's where that 50 years ICBM talk should have been, not today. When you see proof, okay, when you see the proof, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yahweh Bashim Shah is not hesitating. Remember, he said, if not for the sake of the elect, dealing with this demon, this devil, Edom, there will be no flesh left. Remember, this motherfucker's trying to go full blown on Terminator with the AI, Skynet, everything. So, he's a menace to himself, not alone the next man. All right. This is the book of Second Edris, chapter 9, verse 1. And he answered me then and said, measure thy time diligently. Once again, what is the time that we in? What are you seeing happening right now? We'll get into it through these scriptures. Okay? In itself. All right. Once again, this requires a watchman, somebody paying attention, not just living in their own world, living in their own, what my son calls is a simulator. He thinks he's in a simulator because he's got his sports life and his little college party life. He's not focused on the world events, okay? So once again, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently, okay, in itself. And when thou See if part of the signs pass which I have told thee before. Okay, and it's written throughout the scriptures, the warning. So let's get it. This is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, starting at verse 1. But of the times and the season, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. This is the Apostle Paul, okay? Coming after Edras, saying these same things. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua cometh as a thief in the night. Okay, how much more warning is that? We don't have the appointed time on a date. We don't have a calendar that says the return of Yahweh Shah, so the world can just turn around, bow down, and repent. No, he's creeping up, and he's doing it with the host right as we speak. Okay, for when they shall say peace and safety, and that's your administration, your wicked leaders trying to convince you that all of their wickedness is adding up to something good. So when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Who? All of the wicked. Not the righteous, all of the wicked. Okay? Punishment is for the wicked. Now, he has told the election that to be faithful to death. So some of us will be offered up, but you will be the first to rise with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in glory. That's not punishment, okay? Back to this second Esdras, chapter 9, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest shall begin to visit the world which he made. Okay? Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Okay? Now, where we heard this warning, it came right out of Yahweh Shai's mouth too, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Let's get it. Matthew 24, starting at 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world? Okay? And that world, I looked it up, that world goes into eon, all right, which is what? A period of time. In this meaning, it means a kingdom. Okay, they've led this reign. Edom has reigned since all the way back to Alexander. That's why they forced that Alexander the Great shit down your throat in school, because that's their rulership all the way up into this current time. Okay, they have led, and Yahweh Shai is coming to put an end to it. Okay, so the end of the world means the end of Edom's kingdom. All right, and we'll get that. All right, Adawan Ratazai. Okay, and Yahweh Shai said, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, which means anointed, and shall deceive many. Okay, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. What is going on right now? Do we have to recap? I know you see the news. Ukraine, Russia going on 3 years. This is about over a year and more than a half going on with close to 2 years going on with the genocide taking place with Israel, because they're really just bullying the Palestinians. That's not really actually a war. Even though Hamas and them are holding it down, they not fading away. They don't die, they multiply. Obviously, because the more you take from them, the more you just building up the vengeance, okay? Which is ultimately going to lead to the dragons of Arabia, all of Ishmael coming back together to aim at them, along with the bear being pulled out, all out the climax of World War III. Because like I said, the doors of World War III are already open. We're in it, okay? United States of America, Babylon, here, there, everywhere. Aren't they talking about going next up against Iran? So you have the wars, then you have the rumors of wars. Oh, United Snakes of America, Canada, United Snakes of America versus Mexico. Yeah, wars and rumors of wars. Okay, see that ye be not troubled. For all of these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes. Didn't we just read that in second address? In diverse places. Now, I always tell people, North Carolina, Elder Huwad, he follows these earthquakes on trackers. You can easily Google them and see thousands upon thousands of high magnitude earthquakes taking place around the world now. Never before in the time when I was growing up as a youngster. Okay, these fives and six was terrorizing. There's sevens on seven magnitude earthquakes, okay? So take heed to what Yahweh Shai was saying right there. All right. Now, go over to second address and 15. And I'm going to take it to verse 5. Behold, saith Yahweh Basmi Shai, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Now, all of this is lining up. None of this is contradicting. It's not saying peace, love, and joy to the world. No, this is the end days that we're living in. And this is the warning that he has cast, okay? I'm going to slide down Hebrew hopscotch down to 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Okay, and hey, this administration right now, Nero has even poked at his own base, the so-called MAGA people. They don't see American getting made great again. They see some bullshit, especially with his sidekick, the South African non-appointed elective, talking about Doge running through shit. They just run, they laying off people left and right. They really setting up the standards to separate the middle class from the rich and just have the rich and the poor. Hunger Games. Okay? So you hear that? And one people shall stand up and fight against another people and swords in their hands. Okay, that just sounds like your typical riot, but listen to what 16 says. And there shall be sedition amongst men. Look up that word sedition. Sedition. That is not gang fighting. That is not just racial tension. That is the people versus the government. And that's exactly where this is headed. Your militias, your neighborhoods coming together to tell the government, fuck no, we're not entertaining you no more. Okay? And listen, amongst men and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. Who is your modern day kings, princes? Yourself, those appointed puppets, the presidents and ambassadors or whatever. All right, they're all appointed by who? The wicked, the elite, which are led by the left hand of Yahweh. Okay, little do they know, those so-called Satanist worshipers are really just playing out the left hand of Yahweh Shai. All right, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay, we going all the way. Salakia. All right. A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be able to, because once you get to rumbling with the government, what they're going to call on? Martial law. That's exactly what they wanted. Order out of chaos. Okay? So they set it up. They have the agent provocateurs to cause these. So when you may be going out in the street, what you think is a peaceful protest becomes a riot because somebody was set up to start the looting and the banging and some lives being taken. Okay, and then they point the finger at you, who was supposedly just walking down the street with a sign asking for rights, and now you're the enemy of the state. Okay, and we all are doing legislation. They got it over here in the United States of America that there is no constitution anymore. Okay. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. Okay, and this is on a worldwide scale, but how much more over here in spiritual Babylon, virgin Babylon, as the scriptures say. All right, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but they shall destroy their house with the sword, and spoil their goods. What does that mean? Take your goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And because the love of many is wax cold, this ain't gonna be no come together kumbaya time. The scriptures say that a man's foes should be them of his household. Now we're going back to 2nd Esdras 9, the main focal of this lesson, warning. All right, the Lord said, give them warning. I'm trying, Lord. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, and if you don't understand that, let's back that up in the big book of Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning. What does that mean? This is his movie. We tell you guys over and over. We tell you people, starting with Jacob, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. This whole world is in his hand, in his grasp. Satan is not an adversary that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua does not have control of. Satan is a demon set up to do wickedness, okay? And who is Satan? Really, it's a spirit, but in the flesh, Satan is Edom, okay? And he even Satan operates through all 18 nations, because the 2/3 of our nation has Satan in them. He said, you are your father, Satan. Yahweh Shai said that, okay? The wicked is the wicked, but never out of the control and grasp of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's authority. Don't ever think that. He is not a challenge. So declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, all the way up to these ICBMs that are written in the scriptures, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. See, he's letting that cup fill up. He's letting the whore fill up that cup of abomination, okay? All the way to the top for his indignation. That's that righteous anger, okay? And then he's going to unleash Yahweh Shai and the hosts, okay, for the grand finale. 2nd Esdras 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifested. Okay, so once again, this is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let's get deep and let's dive into that. I'm gonna read this one more time. 2nd Esdras 9 and 5. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end of the world? No, we know that world is eon. The time has an end of their time. Okay, so let's go to the end of this time. 2nd Esdras 6. Oh yes, and 6. Then did I consider these things. This is Yahweh speaking. He exists, he be. Okay, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through me, and through none other. So like, I want to read that right. 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and 6. Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. Okay? Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Okay, what should be the division of the times? What's going to be the cutoff? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? See, there is a continuation. The world does not just explode at the end when these ICBM intercontinental ballistic missiles go off. I know we've been painted that picture, but no, it's still gonna be people that survive it. The elect of the wicked who go into into captivity first. Okay, remember, double the cup, pay her, give her double. Okay, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac are progenitors, the progenitors, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, also Esau, but peep out, Edom, their people, so-called self-proclaimed white people, the red men. Okay, he's the father of both of us because they're twin brothers. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, Salakia, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, of Isaac, okay, who is Yahweh Shai, if you can receive that in reincarnation, okay? Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. Why? Because Esau came out first. And they was having that Royal Rumble battle royal inside of Rebecca's belly. And she was in pain. And she asked what had happened, what was going on. She inquired of the prophets, of Yahweh Shai through the prophets, what's going on. Two different manner of men are in your belly. It's two different nations, okay? So Jacob's hand held first the heel of of Esau. What does that symbolize? Esau's time is now. Jacob is next. Not any other in between nations, in between Edom and Jacob. They've had their rule, okay? And so did Jacob. We had our short stint rule, okay? Through King David and King Solomon, we ran the world, okay? But now this is for eternity, and there will be no coming up against us, bucking up against us, and having your chance to take back over authority. The one I like to say, that's why I hated the movie Black Panther, because I just came into the truth, and that shit was just folly to me. Yeah, Yahweh Shai got to drink a serum and then drink another serum, and every 2 years be challenged. Get the fuck out of here. He's going to be the king for eternity. And then behind him, King David for eternity. And the election, the 144, set up governors for eternity. And the elect VIP for eternity, all right? For Esau, this is 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. And vocab and Dr. White, this is for you, brother, if you haven't heard, and Rabbi Shmuley, okay? 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the end of the world. This rulership that we living in is ran by wickedness and disgust. And Jacob, you so-called downtrodden African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics who are at the bottom, nobody considers us at all, is the beginning of it that following. Okay? So that's what we got to look forward to. The Wada Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, this is no game. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is not playing with these people. He's gonna put the fork in them and finish them. All right. This is the book of Ezekiel. Salakia. Just looking at that right there, like that look weird. We're going back to 2nd Esdras 9. And this is 6. 2nd Esdras 9 and 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Now look, what does that sound like? A movie. He's setting up the stage. Yahweh did not want to be bored with this world. He made it action packed. Just like every movie you pay a ticket to go see. Gotta have a lot of action in it, okay? Sadness, goodness, you name it. It's all wrapped up in his story, okay? And a hero and a villain. Come on. A major villain, a great villain. Shit, give your flowers to Esau. They did everything perfect, wickedly. Okay? 2nd Esdras 9 and 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, okay, by his works, starting with the election, okay, which is sighing and crying, all right, and we're going to get there. And by faith, whereby ye have believed in what? Believed in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, not in yourself, not in these other gods, lowercase GODS's, which are vanity, wood and stone, and all kind of wicked names and whatever. Not in that, in the true living power, Yahweh. Okay? Okay, right on. Now we're going to Ezekiel 9 and 4. And Yahweh Shai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. What is Jerusalem? A people before a place. Once again, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, scattered amongst all four corners of the earth, the whole earth. Therefore, we have speckled birds. You look like other nations, but your father goes back directly to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay, even people that look like Edomites belong to us. Okay. We got them in great millstone doing the greatest works for Yahweh Basmi Shah, calling on the true name, not deceivers. Okay, their spirit bears for themselves. Okay, and like-minded men. All right. Through Jerusalem, a people before a place. Okay, scattered amongst all four corners of the earth, but the major ground. The major captivity is over here in spiritual Babylon, spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah, named today United States of America. All right, that's why you seen that flag when I said warning at the beginning. All right, because it holds all 12 of our captivities here. Okay, the majority. And set the mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry. Okay, for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that mark is the mark of the Tawah, meaning the mark of exemption, forgiveness. Okay, I'm on airplane mode because I do not want this lesson to be interrupted. So if you have the capability, research the verse. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Research that mark. If not, you got to take my word. That mark goes into exemption, not the beast, not the MOTB mark that they're going to plunge in you. This mark is spiritually set from the angels. It does not require surgery in your forehead or in your right hand. Only the demons would do that. The devil. That's the musketeers. And he's just a poster boy because once again, there's other technology out here by far outperforming him, especially Moab and Ammon. But you don't hear them chirping about it. They just put it out there. Hell, there is other nations already fucking pushing it. Sweden and them been pushing it. It's damn near mandatory in some places. They just not bringing it to the surface. You know, United States of America is the last to know every goddamn thing. For real. This is the book of Proverbs because it's the main adversary, man. So everything builds up. You see things going on around the world and you're still comfortable over here. You're still living in mirth. Enjoyment. You know, planes is falling out the sky. This woman finally said today that she's scared to go on vacation. I said, well, damn, if 4 happened in a month, 4 or 5, you probably should be. Okay. And it's all set up through this wicked man's administration. He fired the people. He fired the controllers, just like Ronald Reagan did my father in 1981, which split up my family. Because if you take bread off the table, what happens? You take a man's livelihood away. So yeah, I seen this coming as a 3-year-old. Hey, I did. I went from riches to rags real quick and lost the family based on that move that he made. All right, firing the air controlling people and the same thing that Nero's doing right now, but on a major scale. Okay, so Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh Bashem Shai is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and is saved. Okay? You get that? The righteous. Remember we just read that mark of the Y, that mark of exemption? It starts with his name. Okay? The name of Yahweh Bashem Shai, not Yehoshua, not Jehovah, not God, none of that. Okay? Buddha, Jesus. No, he has a name. And even in Spanish, they're calling on his name, his true name. You know, and I know that for a fact because I've seen videos where they're speaking Spanish and then they speak that true Paleo Hebrew and I can understand them. And what do they call on? Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, not another name. Okay, so the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a strong tower of defense, your defense tower. The righteous run into it and is saved. Okay, this is the book of Zechariah. 13, and this is why you better run to that strong tower. Peep this out. And it shall come to pass, Zechariah 13 and 8, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's 2 parts of who? Of our nation. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics. But the third shall be left therein. 1/3. 1/3 of 1/3 of the whole overall picture, okay? You get it. The peace sign. I always got to go back to it. Just draw you a peace sign and stare at it and mark out 2 proportions. And that's what you got left. And it's our nation. Okay, not the world, our nation. Okay? And I shall bring the third, the 1 part, through the fire. Okay, which he's doing now. And I will refine them as silver is refined. And will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call up on my name. Didn't I just read that? That was just Proverbs 18 and 10. Okay? So we shall definitely call up on his name. And I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is my Allah, my power, my Abba, my Father. And that's exactly what he is. Okay? The only means of protection. Not your guns. No, not against what they got coming. You be crazy. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous. What is perilous? Hard to take, hard to deal with, savage. It ends off with savage. Times shall come. Hard to bear, hard to take, all the way down to savage. Okay? Time shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own self, covenant, boasters, proud, blasphemers. You see so many blasphemers, even coming from these mainly coming from these whorehouses, but even coming from Israel, refusing to call on his name. Is that not blasphemy? IUIC, Israel United in Christ. You probably want to change that. But you got Hebrew names, but they don't call on Yahweh Shai. Okay, and any other of you associate with that, that's blasphemy. Okay, especially when you've been given the true understanding. Disobedient to parents. Who are our parents? Starting with the apostles and elders. Those are the head leaders. Okay, but yes, of course, your earth parents. But you heard what Yahweh Bashem Yahushua said. Those who do the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are my brothers, my sisters, my mothers, my father, okay? So starting with the apostles, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Okay, what is holy? Separate. Now they want to be joined in with the wicked, okay? Without natural affection. That goes into that ABC 1, 2, 3. Truth breakers. And that goes into the vows that we gave to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua to be obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments. We gave him that vow, then we broke it, just like Edom always does. So we are of our father when we disobey. We are of Satan when we disobey, because our father is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, Salakia. Okay? False accusers and continuing, which goes in that having no self-control, fearers, despisers of those that are good. Okay, despisers of those that are good. Once again, going back to the men set up to give you warning, the watchmen. Okay, and then those who have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It's not just the teachers; those who put their faith into him. The wicked despise and hate you. Okay, traitors, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right, Alex Crowley grandchildren, do as thy will, kids. Okay, you can be what you want to be, do what you want to do. It's all right. That's not written in the scriptures. That's gonna lead you to death. Okay, that's the remedy to death. Okay, having a form of godliness, because we are gods. Okay, you can hear Kanye say that. You can hear your next rapper say that. The scripture said it. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Yahweh Shai said, "You are gods. Ye are gods, but you shall die as men." All right, because because of your sin. requires death. Okay, having the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. Okay, because we want nothing to do with that judgment. Okay, if I stand too close to you, I'm gonna get zapped. All right. Here's Amos to back it up. 3-1. And hear this clearly. Hear this word that Yahweh Bashem Shai has spoken against you, O children of Yasharallah, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, okay, through the hands of Moses, okay, Moses and Aaron, all right, led by the chariot with Yahweh Shai, all right. But where are we today? Spiritual Egypt, majority of us, all right. United States of America saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So out of the 18 nations, one. He chose one. So yes, he is racist. He's prejudiced, whatever you want to call it. He's chose one. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? And the answer is no, because the word is holy, which means separate. And that's those laws, statutes, and commandments. Over 600 laws given to us to separate us from the wickedness and the nastiness and disgusting of the other nations, the heathens, that he never intended to be anything close to us. They're just, okay, you have the adversary, which is Esau, that's the twin brother of Jacob. So you know that's a good movie. Then you have the other 16 nations that are just wicked fillers of the movie, okay? And they're not going to receive the same punishment as Esau either. Esau's going to be done off at the end of the movie. The other nations will at least get to serve in captivity, well, Esau's going to serve slavery, but after that 1,000 years, the other nations will be released. They will still be punished. They're not going to be as good as us, but they're going to live better than they've had it here, okay? And what's going to happen to Esau? Gone out of our sight forever, vanished, okay? So no, we can't walk in agreements with them, okay? All right. Second Esdras 9 and 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in turmoil. And that's talking to our people, Jacob. I just read it. I just read it that he's going to punish us for all our iniquities, for such as in their life had received benefits and have not known me. I got a precept for that. I got a precept for that right now. Okay. And I go to this is my power move. Fair use, copyright 107. I'm not selling the product. This is strictly educational purposes, okay? Let me read this one more time. For such as in their life, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans in Spanish, okay, you speckled birds, have received benefits. You've been set up good and have not known me. That's why you don't acknowledge Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because you had a little bit too sweet. That's why he said he would take the chosen and send them to the fire of adversity. So you can mock us and look down on us and talk about what we do and don't have and what you got, but all of that's vanity. And it's gone, and all the elements will melt away. But peep this out now that I went back over that verse. Looks familiar? My go-to.
And you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
Hey,
think of it. Appointed.
That's why he's a great 2/3 example, because you just love Edom and his wickedness. Okay, back to these scriptures. Had to get it. The same must know it. This is Second Esdras in 9 and 12. And before I read this, I gotta play this one more time. Let it sink in.
And you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician.
Nah, and that's why the scriptures say this right here. The same, this is second Esdras 9 and 12. The same must know it after death by pain. You just love the wickedness of this man. Well, you're gonna get punished for it, okay? And hey, here it go. The same must know it after death by pain. So let's get that from straight from the boss's mouth, Yahweh Shai, okay? Our future ruler, king forever and ever and ever. Let's get what he thinks about Senator Scott and his type. This is the book of Luke. I'm pulling them out the sheaf again. 19 and 27. Red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking, but those my enemies, which would not that I should reign, be king, be Lord over them, bring them here. Come on, drag them, whatever you got to do, and slay them before me. All right? Starting at our people, okay? Because judgment starts at the house of Yasharallah. He said, bring them forth before me and slay them, okay? I'm going to read that one more time just for the pure love of this verse. Luke 19 and 27. Red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking, but those, my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, be their king, be their Lord over them, bring them here and slay them before me. I thought he came to hug everybody. When y'all be going to these whorehouses, y'all walk out with the perception that he love everybody and all this would be given. And who gonna get it? Well, he just told you who gonna get it. All right. Back to this second Esdras 9 and 13. I pray that this lesson has been edifying. Okay, one more time, I've named this warning. And therefore, be thou not curious how the ungodly, those people shall be punished, because we've already heard they're going to be punished. He's already given us example. Yahweh just told us to bring them and slay them. But they're going to catch them ICBMs. They're going to catch the famine, But he said, be not curious. Don't even worry about them. How the ungodly shall be punished. And when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is given, was created for us. That's why we're going to have it for eternity. And for whom the world is created. And think about this. It says the righteous. Who's going to be the righteous? The election. So it's really our world. And the 2/3 Jakes, you just blessed to be up in it. And you're going to be part of the salvation. You're going to have it going on. But once again, I always say VIP is better than just being in the club, buddy. Okay? You may be having a good time in the club, but believe me, VIP is having better with better amenities and everything. Everything's just better in VIP. You get it. You know that. You can't deny that. So since I named this warning, I wanted to end this video with a warning. One of my favorites. This is Joshua 24 and 14. Now, therefore, fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's how you gain respect and love for him. This starts with the fear. Not thinking this is, once again, Alex Crowley, do as thy will. Do what you want to do. It's your thing. No, it's not. It's set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's given us the blueprint. Okay, the law, statutes, and commandments to our people, and damn the other nations, like Karl Malone said after they lost that 6th championship. To hell with Utah, to hell with the fans. That's right, that mentality. Now here we go. All jokes aside, Joshua 24 and 14. Now therefore fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and serve him in sincerity, in all truth, and in truth. And I just said that, in sincerity, all in everything you got, in truth, and put away the gods. What is that? You see that lowercase with an S at the end, all lowercase. Those are vanities, idols, nothing. Okay, even yourself. All right, when you pump up yourself, your family, whatever, put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood. And in Egypt, and where are we now? Spiritual Egypt. And serve ye Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And here we go. And if it seems evil, bad, disgusting, bad times, 1 Maccabee chapter 1, verse 11 down. And evil men went out of Yasharallah, persuading others, saying that we've had much sorrow since we left the heathens. We don't like being obedient. Okay? So here we go again. Verse 15, and if it seems evil, bad, disgusting unto you to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, choose this day whom ye will serve. Draw the line in the sand and stand on it, buddy. Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods, the idols, the worthless vanity of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, and house goes into vessel temple, and then it goes into your temple. It even says bodily temple. So that's what you got to worry about. For me and my house, we will serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And once again, this has been warning. I hope you take heed. Shalom.